Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bill Cooney from PGA TOUR Digital. We're with a special guest today, Seamus Power, a rookie on the PGA Tour, although you wouldn't know it by that big blast, huh? We just wanted to give you guys a little insight into how Seamus's first year on the PGA Tour is going. First of all, Seamus, welcome. Glad you're out here, but more importantly for you, it seems, you had a big victory last night. East Tennessee State, your alma mater, qualified for the NCAA tournament. Take us through it.
Yeah, they won the Southern Conference basketball last night. It was great. It was live on ESPN. Got to watch the whole thing. It was nerve-wracking at the end, but they pulled through. So looking forward to watching them in a couple of weeks.
You said there was a last-second three that UNC Greensboro had at the end that would have beat you guys.
They scored a three with about 7 or 8 seconds left, and ETSU turned it over, and they got it back and had a wide-open three. And I don't know how it came out, but it did. And we scored a couple of free throws. I think it ended up being 4 or 5, but yeah, they got through, which is delighted. Can't wait to watch them in a couple of weeks.
I'm guessing you were jumping through the ceiling when that shot went off.
I shouted a couple of expletives at the TV at one point, but it was fine. Yeah, they got through, so it was great.
First time since 2010. Are you going to go to the tournament at all?
I don't know. I guess it depends where they're going to be playing. I don't know when that draw comes out next Sunday, I guess.
I think it's Sunday, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they were talking last night. They might get a 13 seed. So you never know. If it's somewhere kind of reasonable, I might. It'd be a great atmosphere.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your first year here on tour. Has anything surprised you that you weren't expecting?
Well, I mean, nothing overly, but the size of crowds is very different. You know, I said, web.com, you've got some decent crowds, but nothing like what you'll see in PGA Tour on a weekend. There's just people everywhere, and it's just amazing. They're, when you're sitting their first tee shot, they're a couple of yards behind you, and it's just packed, and they're just everywhere, and it's a little intimidating once you go, but you kind of get used to it more every week. So that's probably been the biggest change, but it's been good. It's a good problem to have.
Just curious, does it maybe help your golf game to see all the fans out there and fire you up, or is it a little bit tough to get used to at first?
No, I think it definitely helps you. Sometimes if you're out there on your own, there's no one out there and it's late Friday evening, you can, I don't know, when there's a crowd out there, you'll keep you going, and even if it's not going great, even in the last hole, you can be trying to make a birdie, get an extra cheer, and I like it anyway, personally.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about your golf game. You told me you're really good, really strong putting, you feel like. Anything that you do in particular that helps you out on the greens?
Yeah, I have a couple of drills that I do when I'm practicing, but the biggest thing for me is just working on speed. Like that's one thing you see some guys do, but sometimes I'll pace off my the distance of the putt and just kind of get an idea of what the rolling speed was. Like I've always been able to start it pretty decently online, but the better my speed is, the more chance I'm going to have to make even like long putts, but even any length putt, just get the speed right and I'll be good to go.
Let's transition to this week at the Valspar Championship here at Innisbrook. I've noticed that the greens are lightning out there and firm.
Yeah.
Helpful, hurtful to you because you're such a good putter? What do you think?
I like it. I've always preferred chipping and putting on firmer greens. It rewards course management, rewards good chipping, good putting, which I feel like I'm pretty strong all around. But it's going to be tough. I mean, it's only Tuesday and they're like that. So by Saturday, Sunday, these things are going to be flying, especially if the breeze keeps blowing like today. So it's going to be a good test, but look forward to it.
I see you got the big dog in your hands here.
Yeah.
You were just working on it. Anything in particular that you're working on right now? I see you got the stick here to throw across your feet and see where you're going.
Trying to hold the chicken down there.
I see there's a hole there. Come any close to that or no?
The first one I hit on yesterday, I thought was going to go in, but just flew over the top of it. It was a good try though.
Okay.
No, nothing in particular. Just working on keeping my head a little steadier. Besides that, not too much. Kind of getting my 3-wood tweaked a little bit here. I was kind of hooking it a little bit, so kind of working on that a bit. But besides that, not too much.
What happens when the head moves a little bit too much for your drives?
Just inconsistent. I mean, you move your head a little bit too much. The club face is going to be coming into the ball inconsistently. So just admit, you're always trying to get a little more consistent. And so hopefully it helps. Hopefully it helps.
Well, why don't I back up here and let's see you tee one up and jack one out there. Huh? Maybe we'll get the long and straight one variety first here. That is hammered. That's going to hit the tractor.
Get it. Almost. Peppering that thing.
Seamus, you're a pretty big guy, 6'3".
Yeah.
I'm going to guess $190.
A bit more, like 205.
205,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You headed a long way. How far is that one going?
On this wind, I'd probably 330, maybe I would say.
330?
Pretty good, yeah. A little bit downhill, downwind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
How about you, can you put a fade on one for us?
Sure. A fade I can do, no problem.
Okay. The other one's the tough one, huh? That's why you're getting that 3-wood fixed.
Exactly. Little fade.
Oh, that's perfect. Is that the go-to shot for you?
It is, yeah. Most like fading a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just find it easier. My body type, I think.
With the driver and irons, you like to fade it?
Mostly, more so with the driver. The my irons probably fly pretty straight for the most part, so driver is just a little left to right.
Now, you grew up in Ireland, correct?
Yeah, Waterford, Ireland.
Okay. Now, this is just me throwing this out here. You like to fade it because you played in the wind growing up? Is that a possibility?
No, I don't know. I think it just suits me. I've messed around and sometimes I'll work towards, I'm like, oh, I need to hit a draw, and it just doesn't work that well for me after a while. I have a couple of friends that always give me a lot of crap because I prefer to hit it left or right. But no, I think in the wind you definitely learn to fly it a little bit more. You probably hit it both ways in the wind. Sometimes when the wind gets blowing, you just need to ride a little bit sometimes. But no, I think it's just something I'm more comfortable doing.
A couple guys in the office, I think, want to know, is that what you'd call a buttercut then?
A buttercut?
Yeah.
Little fade?
Yeah. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. I heard that first actually. Kenneth Mills at college. I was actually finished the year before I started, but I would say maybe little buttercuts. He used to love them. It was great when he got going.
Well, let's talk about this week. Let's wrap it up by just wondering where your game is at this week, right now. You said you're a strong putter. The greens are going to be pretty important this week. I mean, to me, it looks like you're hitting your driver perfectly. Your expectations starting Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, like every time you tee it up, you're expecting your plan is to be in contention, give yourself a chance in backline on Sunday. So that's not going to be any different, especially on a course like this, which I like. But you know, it's a lot of work to kind of do before that. But no, I expect to be in contention, give myself a chance, and then see if I can pull it out on Sunday afternoon.
Well, Seamus, we wish you the best. We hope to see you in contention come Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, guys.